And the last figure that we'll be looking at from the Marvel Legends Sentinel series is Black Panther. Like I said, the last figure, he includes the right arm and the very last piece of the figure that we're building, the Sentinel. Collect all 7 Sentinel series figures and build your own giant 16-inch Sentinel. Looking very impressive. On the back of the package, the other figures in this wave: Cyclops, got first appearance Spider-Man, Mystique, Omega Red, Angel, got Black Panther, and finally Mr. Sinister. The read-up on Black Panther says, with the sleekness of the jungle cat whose name he bears, T'Challa, king of Wakanda, stalks both the concrete city and the underground of Velt. So it had been for countless generations of warrior kings, so it is today, and so it shall be. For the law dictates that only the swift, the smart, and the strong survive. The Black Panther's superhuman abilities, including enhanced senses, strength, speed, and agility, stem from his ingestion of a mystical heart-shaped herb administered only to Wakandan kings during a sacred ascension ritual. An accomplished gymnast and acrobat, T'Challa is also an expert tracker. In addition, he has mastered various African martial arts. Noble champion, vigilant protector, Black Panther. That was a very difficult read-up to go through. Needless to say, though, that was packaging on the 42 point of articulation superposable Black Panther featuring right arm of Sentinel. What we'll do is we'll get this guy opened up and we will have a better look at Black Panther. Stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. And Black Panther comes with Avengers number 87 from April. Revealed at last the origin of T'Challa. Look homeward, Avenger. Not for sale. And we'll just move that out of the way. The Build-A-Figure piece that Black Panther comes with, I'll just move that up there for a second, comes with the final arm and also the last piece needed to build Sentinel. As I forgot to add in the comment or in the part of the video when I did Cyclops, he also does come with the tentacle for the Sentinel arm that you can actually just plug into place. Kind of have to really get it worked in there, but he essentially comes with the tentacle as well as the arm of Sentinel. Now, I won't actually put this on the Sentinel right now because, truth be told, when I did the review of Cyclops, I couldn't get the arm completely on. I had to actually work it on after I did the video. So I'm just going to show you the arm for now, and let's pretend, if we can, let's pretend that I've actually just, oh, there it is. Oh, look, I've now put it on Sentinel. So now what we have is a finished Sentinel piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these aside, and you guys hopefully can look forward to seeing a throwback on the Sentinel coming up. Yes, it is a throwback. I've actually already done a review on Sentinel, and a figure that I wanted to do a throwback on anyways. So you see how this all works out, how everything falls into place. You'd swear I almost planned this. Black Panther also does come with the ever-present stand, the clear stand. Won't say too much about it because I've already commented on the stand a couple of times now, but he does come with a stand, and if you don't use it for this guy here, guaranteed if you collect Marvel Legends, you're probably going to use these stands for somebody else, usually flying heroes and villains. So I'm just going to put that aside, and let's have a look at Black Panther. A lot of people say that this is one of their favorite Marvel Legend figures. I'm not incredibly excited by the figure. It probably doesn't help too that I don't know very much about Black Panther. As far as I know, I think this is his more modern look. I almost prefer the original look of Black Panther that doesn't have the cape, and he's just basically all black, doesn't have the gold or anything like that. I suppose you could repaint him, but I don't pretend to be a good customizer, so I probably will not. But I don't know if I like the cape and the gold and everything else like that. I just prefer the original look of Black Panther. Also, this figure has a lot of additional purple that's been put onto the coloring. It's one of those figures where almost less is more. With the new, I mean, big comparison. Obviously, it's probably hard to compare the two, but the newer figures, like the DC Universe, the Marvel Legends and stuff like that, don't have a lot of the additional wash on the figures. Sometimes that actually works out to be a better thing because the figures look more like they're like a cartoon or a comic counterpart. Sometimes the overly detailed, overly paint applied figures sometimes don't end up looking as good, and I almost have to say it for this guy right here. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate comments down below, but I'd almost prefer if this guy was just more of just a straight black. He didn't have all this additional purple on him. I just almost think it's not necessary. Despite that, though, I think his cape is incredible. Really, one of the nicest looking capes, and a nice, really flexible rubber plastic that they've made it out of. Of course, he's sporting his hole at the back there that you can have him mounted to his display stand if you so wish. One of the problems as well with a lot of the earlier figures is that the capes really don't clip onto anything. And very loose, actually. In fact, like this cape just flops around a lot on the actual character or on the figure here. I feel bad. I'm not trying to. I don't want to say too many bad things about the figure. It's a nice looking figure. The detailing, the sculpt is really, really nice. I just think they missed out by having all this additional paint on him. In the way of his articulation, he has the fully articulated head. Ball jointed shoulders. He's also got the additional bicep, or not additional bicep, but he's got an additional shoulder articulation here as well, which seems present with a lot of the Marvel Legend figures in this wave. He's got the 2-point of articulated elbows. You can bend the hands as well. He's also got individually articulated fingers, which I think is neat. He's got the mid-torso articulation. You can rotate at the waist. You can bend the leg back and forth, in and out, rotate the thigh, bend at the knee, 2 points. You can rotate the calf, which stiff on this figure. You can swivel the foot, bend it up and down, and also bend the toe. He's also sporting these really cool claws on his feet, which I think is a nice little improvement, a nice little addition. The overall impression of the figure is I like it. I do like the figure. It's not my favorite from this wave, and it's certainly not one of my favorite Marvel Legend figures. It is still a nice figure. I think what they could have done, though, is maybe gone away with a lot of the purple that they've added on the highlights. I just don't think it's needed. And personally, if I wanted a Black Panther figure, I probably would have preferred the more modern, or the classic Black Panther that doesn't have the cape and doesn't have this additional gold. Yes, I could probably repaint it as I mentioned, but I probably won't. I'll just keep him as is. The Black Panther, I'm going to give, I don't want to be too hard about it, I'm going to give him a 5.5. He is a nice sculpt, he's a nice looking figure, but maybe had I followed him a little more in the comics, I probably would give him a higher mark. But that was a Toy Spot. Today we're looking at the Marvel Legends Sentinel series Black Panther, and the only other thing that's left to do is the review, a throwback on Sentinel himself. So stay tuned for that, guys, and I will see you guys next time.